Hello out there.
Take a little trip somewhere, yeah. Places I've never been, yeah. Going on a tour. Boston, Massachusetts, Concord, New Hampshire. Going to Vermont, Montpelier. Montgomery, Alabama, then Washington, D.C. to see the nation's capital. Aloha to Honolulu, Hawaii, Des Moines, Iowa, so peaceful to me. Going to Springfield, Illinois to build a little house on a prairie. In Little Rock, Arkansas, I love what I see.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. I just played a little bit of that. It's a song I used in school called Tour of the States. And I want to try something I've been wanting to try. Haven't done it yet. I want to try a little quiz. I think the way we'll handle this is and it's called Where Did They Get That Name? And there are 11 questions. And I think I'll ask the question. If you want to write down the answer, that's fine. Or you just want to say it in your head. You can run and get some paper right now. But otherwise, and I'll do number one, I'll give the answer so you don't have to remember what you said, and let's see how many you get out of 11. Where did they get that name? And most of them are places in the U.S. There is one from another country, but all the rest are U.S., so I thought that was a good song to do. So we're going to start right out with one of the cities you heard there, and that is Boston, Massachusetts. Number one, Boston, Massachusetts. The state capital was founded by the Puritans in 1630. It's named after, I'm going to give you three choices, A, B, or C. It is named after A, one of the original Puritan settlers, B, a stone, C, the tea company that owned much of the city until the 1800s. Now you're going to have to listen good because I can't repeat them. I will this first time. One of the original Puritan settlers, a stone, or the tea company. So I'll give you just a minute. You got it in your head. The correct answer is, hang on a minute. I don't want to make a mistake here. The correct answer is B, a stone. And you people that like explanations, the English town of Boston has a name that's popularly understood to mean Boltolph's stone. And you spell Boltolph, Botolphs, which the first four letters are the same as Boston. It was on the grounds that the town's main church stood on, and that church was dedicated to Saint Botolph. They just took off the LPH and put it in Boston. We got that. Number two, Little Rock, Arkansas. That's why they stopped the song after. Founded in 1722, this state capital is named after A, a little rock, B, the French town of the same name, and I can't say the French town, La Petite Rocca, and C, the Frenchman Pierre de Racalville. I can't do French. So A, Little Rock, the French town of the same name, and a Frenchman whose last name started sounding French for a rock. The correct answer is A, Little Rock. A Little Rock. What happening there? French travelers were exploring down part of the Louisiana territory along the Arkansas River, looking for this legend of a treasure down there. And for a long time, Native Americans had spoken about a green rock that was upstream at the point of rocks along the river. So when the French heard about this green rock, they thought it must be emeralds. So that they began an expedition. They found the point of rocks, which they called Grand Rock. But farther down the stream on the south bank, they found a smaller rock, which they named Little Rock. And a few hundred years later, a permanent settlement grew up at Little Rock. So hopefully you're 2 for 2. Number 3, Idaho. The state's name means A, good place to grow potatoes. B, look, the sun is coming down the mountain. Or C, a place of refuge. Got your answer? Correct answer is B. Look, the sun is coming down the mountains. Explanation. Idaho is believed to have gotten its name from a Shoshone phrase, Ida how, Idaho. Translated loosely as look, the sun is coming down the mountain. There's another theory, but that's the best one. Here, only place out of the United States, Hong Kong, China. Hong Kong, China. A, fragrant harbor. B, land of dreams. C, river of water. Correct answer is A, fragrant harbor. Explanation? I can't give you much because I can't pronounce Chinese. There's a Chinese word, Xiang means Hong, Hong, and that means fragrant. And then Gang means Kong, and that means harbor. That's pretty simple. So, fragrant harbor. And it said it probably referred to the ships carrying opium or to the incense trade, which was important to the development of the Hong Kong port. Number 5, Kalamazoo, Michigan. This city, settled in 1829, was named after A, Native American god, B, a word meaning he who smokes or boiling water, C, a dried salted fish. Kalamazoo. Correct answer is B, a word meaning he who smokes or boiling water. Explanation. Kalamazoo derives from the Algonquin word ki-ka-la-ma-zoo, which either means he that smokes, boiling water, or beautiful water. And it probably refers to the rapids that are on the Kalamazoo River. Okay, we're ready for number 6. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The state capital was founded in 1882. It's named after A local red-headed beauty. B, a boundary marker. C, a Creole word for lipstick. Correct answer? B, a boundary marker. French explorer Pierre, I can't pronounce his last name, Iberville, came upon a red post, a Baton Rouge in his native language, while mapping the Mississippi Valley in 1699. The post marked the boundary between the two Indian nations, the Bigolas and the Homos. I hope I'm saying that right. So in French, rouge is a post that marks something. Coney Island, New York is number 7. The name is derived from A, Bugs Bunny's ancestor, B, the evergreen forest once located there, and C, the huge snow cones sold at the famous amusement park. Answer is A, Bugs Bunny's ancestors. I know. The former island in southern Brooklyn was known as Conana Island, which means Rabbit Island. And the present name is a corrupt English form of that island. Okay. Somebody send me a message. We're on number 8, Alcatraz. The island's name is derived from Alcatraz, A, kind of bird. B, a Native American word for rocky island. C, the huge trash heaps, mainly empty alcohol bottles, deposited there by settlers. Native Americans thought they were trash heaps. A, correct answer is A. I would have missed that. A kind of bird. Apparently, Alcatraz is Spanish for pelican. And that was the name given in 1775 because there was such a number of birds there. I would have guessed C because I always kind of teach kids that probably about 80% of the time, if you're stuck on a multiple choice, it'll be the longest answer, but they tricked me there. Number 9, Topeka, Kansas. Some people say Topeka. Topeka, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas. The name of the city means A, home of the singing bushes. B, fermenting swamp. C, good place to grow potatoes. Correct answer is Idaho will be surprised. C, good place for growing potatoes. The state capital of Kansas derives its name from a Sioux word said to mean good place to grow potatoes. 2 more. Boca Raton, Florida. This city's name comes from A, a game of chance. B, a rock formation. C, a nasty comment about the native tribes living there. Boca Raton. Correct answer? B. B would be a rock formation. Listen to the explanation. Derives from the Spanish word for rat's mouth, referring to the sharply pointed rocks off the coast that were a danger to shipping. Last one. Hope you're doing well. Walla Walla, Washington. The name of this port city comes from A Native American fishing god. B, a bird. C, a swift little river. Walla Walla. Correct answer, C, a swift little river. The local Indian tribes took their name from the cascades that ran through the region. They called the rapidly flowing stream Walla Walla, which meant in Native American language, Little Swift River. So how many did you get out of 11? I don't have any kind of scale. I thought I've been wanting to kind of try these. If anybody kind of likes these little quizzes, if you let me know. I've got a lot more that we can do. That's a good place to stop. Indianapolis, Indiana. Bye-bye.